What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Compound. I'm up way past my bedtime, so I'm going to pause the music, and we're just going to jump right into this. This is at the request of Disney is Greedy. Let's go over this right now. All right, so looking at it here on the weekly, looking at Compound. Yes, you guys, we are at 71.60 right now. What we're doing essentially is the same thing we've been doing now since the end of February, is we're consolidating. We're consolidating above the place that we broke out from, which is a very healthy thing indeed. It's a very, very healthy thing indeed. We had rising volume. Yes, it's decreasing compared to this, but relatively speaking, it is rising. I think it's fine. It's above average volume. What we're doing now is beautiful. It's wonderful. It's great to see. It's kind of like a all aboard call, right? All aboard before we start moving higher. And that could happen in a week. It could happen tomorrow. It could happen in a month. You know, who knows how long it takes. But being on a weekly basis here, again, you know, what would a month look like? Let's just put it here real quick. Essentially right there, we could consolidate for that long. We could have bars filling out this black space and be fine. That's okay. What we're doing also is we're consolidating above the 123 weekly moving average, which is beautiful. I think that's great, man. I really do think that's great. It's a very common thing to do, break above it, consolidate right on it, and then move higher. Inevitably, you guys, I think that Compound is making a run up to around like 150, 270, 370, higher than that. Who knows? If we take the granddaddy macro fib from the all-time high to the all-time low, that's not where we want to put it. Maybe this low, actually. Because that's the move, right? Not the fake out low. It's a double bottom, not the fake out low, but the real move itself. This was a consolidation phase where this high to low, this is the move itself. We found resistance, literally tipped the 382. I'm going to delete this shorter term fib here. You know, we could move down over this consolidation phase as the 123 moves down. We could move down. I don't see us going back to $60, man. I really don't see us doing that. I think this was it, 63.50. That was the low. I think that was it. It's very common to go to your 382 and then back down to your 236. I just don't think we're going to do it. I think we will hold prices just above it like we did, and that's even more bullish in my opinion. But looking at this, the next target would be the 0.5 at 155, but that's not a fib level, to be completely fair. And generally speaking, whenever you get this kind of maneuver off the 382 to the 236, the real destination is in your 618, 69 land, which is all the way at about $235 to $304, something like that. So whenever this consolidation phase that we're in right now breaks, that's where we're going. And it's going to happen, you guys. I understand it's a bit disappointing. It's a bit maybe concerning even for some of you. It's not concerning to me, but I understand it's a bit not what we expected, not what we wanted. When we got this breakout, it was supposed to be fireworks to the upside. It's just a bit delayed. That's the word I'm looking for. It's a bit delayed. Okay. And truthfully, what we're doing now is nothing to be concerned about. It's just trying our patience even more. That's really all it is. All this time being patient, and we're getting a little last test of patience. Okay. I promise you. I can't promise you. I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. But if I could, I would promise you that you will regret selling Compound here in about a week, 2 weeks, maybe a month. You're going to regret it. Why are you going to regret it? Because we'll be above $200. We'll be above $300. We could genuinely even be all the way at $600, you guys. When it happens, right, it's going to happen like this. It's going to happen like this, but to the upside, okay? And oftentimes, from what I've seen in my experience, you come down this fast, but whenever you start going up, when you break out of this accumulation phase, you do it even faster. Right? If that's your trajectory, you're going to do it even faster. So it's going to be a nonstop train when the party starts. And inevitably, I do expect Compound to go to new all-time highs. Did I pause the music? I better have paused the music, man. I did. The minimum target is $2,400. We're at $71 now. That means the minimum target that I personally have for Compound, which I can be wrong, that's a 32x over the whole cycle. The mid-range target would be about a 54x, and then the maximum kind of expected target is at a 113x. You guys, Compound is one of my biggest holds, and I thoroughly believe it has a 100x possibility, capability, And I'm not just saying that like, oh, anything could do a 100x. You know, Bitcoin could do a 100x. Technically, nothing's impossible. I'm not saying it like that. It's not foo-foo nonsense words that I'm trying to do word kung fu with you here. I'm being genuine when I say that I am 100% considering this price, right? When we see these prices, depends on when we are in the cycle. I'll let you guys know when I sell. I'm not just going to say, oh, this is where we're going, and then I'm going to sell here and not tell anybody. I tell you when I buy. I will tell you when I sell, and that's not to influence anybody. That's literally to just be transparent. This is a crypto technical analysis channel. That's what I do with a sprinkle of my own personal activities. I'm transparent. I let you guys know what I do. That's just how it is. It's not to influence anybody. That's not to schedule pumps and dumps. You know, I've bought coins when people told me I'm not buying here, or I've told people, and I haven't actually, even with certain things, I haven't sold, but like the Grayscale trusts, I remember I said we probably topped off here, and then the next day we dumped like 30% on LTCN. You know, like what am I even trying to say, man? I hate talking like this because I feel like I'm trying to brag. I'm not trying to. What I'm trying to say is, I'm drawing a blank here, man. What I'm trying to say is, I say that because it's my genuine opinion, not because we're trying to do pumps and dumps here, not because I'm a financial advisor. I'm just trying to cover my ass is what I'm trying to do, right? I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Inevitably, you guys, back on topic here, I think that we will at least see a 2,400 compound, if not a $4,000 compound, if not 8,200 compound. And truth be told, we could go beyond that. We could. If compound catches on, you guys, it absolutely could go higher. They've got some decent partnerships, man. They're backed by some people with some serious cash. So who knows how well it does? But for the time being, in the more immediate term, you know, if we were to go down, I doubt it's by much. Just as it's been boring to the upside, while the rest of the market's dumping, it's going to be boring to the downside too. The RSI would suggest that we go lower. If we close green today, it might suggest that we go higher. Actually, if we get today to close green, I'm going to talk about this tomorrow, guys. I will make another video tomorrow in in commemoration. I don't know, in respects to this day. Because if it closes green, we'll have something different to say. If it closes red, we'll have something different to say. But I wouldn't be surprised if it closed green, actually. Oh yeah, bro. Ho ho, dude. Have I already made a video on compound? Like, what the hell, bro? I feel like I talked about this already. I don't think I did. Doesn't look like I did. Dude, I think it found its low. I'm actually quite convinced now that it's found its low. It depends on how today closes, but I'm pretty damn convinced. I would love to see this 4-hour downtrend be broken. I would love to see that, because if it does get broken, then that solidifies it. That really does solidify it. So on the bright side of the 4-hour time frame, we don't have to wait a whole day for it to close. It just, you know, we get 6 4-hour candles every single day. Maybe it won't be today that we break out of this, but maybe it's tomorrow. But if we do inevitably break out of this, if this does prove to be a low, you guys, you know, I'm not saying that we're going to run up like this right now, but we might move back up to the top of this range, up about $98, $90 to $100, somewhere in there. We might pull back even, form another higher low, just continue to consolidate. Don't get too excited, but inevitably we will break out of this. It could be sometime in April that we break out. It could be sometime in May, but sooner than later it's going to happen. So I don't know, man. I'm running out of things to say. Just be patient. I'm actually quite confident, you guys, that was the low. I'm quite confident. Well, that was the low. I'm very confident that was the low, but I'm quite confident that this was our next sequential higher low, and we're going to move up now. We probably form a high that's higher than this, yet lower than this. And then, you know, when we find our high, we'll probably come back down, form another higher low, get back up to these highs areas here, and then just kind of consolidate around this area, and then we'll look to break out. I know it's a bunch of jibber jabber on the lines there, but essentially consolidation. We're consolidating. We're probably at a phase right now where relatively immediately we will move up, but more or less we're consolidating for the foreseeable future. We'll see. What would convince me that we're breaking out of this consolidation phase? What would convince me that we are ready to move on to the next step, up to at least $150, if not more likely $230 to $300? You know, I'd like to see us break above close above on a daily basis, close above $98. If we can close above $98 on a daily basis, we're going there now. It's happening now. But until then, consolidation. That's it. So if you like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for coming. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.